All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
You spend about 8 out of every 24 hours, or 1/3 of your entire life, in sleep. This is an inexorable law of life. This also applies to the animal and vegetable kingdoms. Sleep is a divine law. Many answers to our problems come to us when we are sound asleep upon the bed. Many people have advocated the theory that you get tired during the day, that you go to sleep to rest the body, and that a repairing process takes place while you sleep. Nothing rests in sleep. He who watches over Israel neither slumbers nor sleep. Your heart, lungs, and all your vital organs function while you are asleep. If you eat prior to sleep, the food is digested and assimilated. Also, your skin secretes perspiration. Your nails continue to grow. True, there is a reparative process takes place while you sleep, but all nature sleeps. Your subconscious mind never rests or sleeps. It is always active, controlling all your vital forces. In sleep, the conscious mind is creatively joined to the subconscious. That's why you read in the Bible, come into his presence singing, come into his courts with praise, be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord, he is good, his mercy endureth for all generations. So go to sleep every night with the praise of God forever on your lips. The healing process takes place more rapidly while you're asleep, as there is no interference from your conscious mind. Remarkable answers are given to you while you're asleep. Dr. John Bigelow, famous research authority on sleep, demonstrated that at night while asleep you receive impressions showing that the nerves of the eyes, ears, nose, and taste buds are active during sleep. And also the nerves of your brain are quite active. He says that the main reason we sleep is because the nobler part of the soul is united by abstraction to our higher nature, and becomes a participant in the wisdom and foreknowledge of the gods. Dr. Bigelow states that the results of my studies have not only strengthened my convictions that the supposed exemption from customary toils and activities was not the final purpose of sleep, but have also made clear to my mind the conviction that no part of a man's life deserves to be considered more indispensable to its symmetrical and perfect spiritual development than the while he is separated from the phenomenal world in sleep. And lack of sleep causes you to become irritable, moody, and depressed. Dr. George Stevenson of the National Association for Mental Health says, I believe it can safely be said that all human beings need a maximum of 6 hours sleep to be healthy. Most people need more. Those who think that they can get along on less are fooling themselves. That's a quotation from Dr. George Stevenson of the National Association for Mental Health. Medical research scholars investigating sleep processes and deprivation of sleep point out that severe insomnia has preceded psychotic breakdown in some instances. Remember, you're spiritually recharged during sleep, and adequate sleep is essential to produce joy and vitality in life. Robert O'Brien, in an article, Maybe You Need More Sleep, in an issue of Reader's Digest, reports the following experiment on sleep. For the last 3 years, experiments have been in progress at Walter Reed Army Institute of Research in Washington. Subjects, more than 100 military and civilian volunteers, have been kept awake for as long as 4 days. Thousands of tests have measured the effects on their behavior and personality. Results of these tests have given scientists astonishingly new insights into the mysteries of sleep. They now know that the tired brain apparently craves sleep so hungrily that it will sacrifice anything to get it. After only a few hours of sleep loss, fleeting stolen naps called lapses, or micro-sleep, occurred at the rate of 3 or 4 an hour. As in real sleep, eyelids drooped, the heartbeat slowed. Each lapse lasted just a fraction of a second. Sometimes the lapses were periods of blankness. Sometimes they were filled with images, wisps of dreams. As hours of sleep loss mounted, the lapses took place more often and lasted longer, perhaps 2 or 3 seconds. Even if the subjects had been piloting an airliner in a thunderstorm, they still couldn't have resisted micro-sleeps for these few priceless seconds. And it can happen to you, as many who have fallen asleep at the wheel of a car can testify. Another startling effect of sleep deprivation was its attack on human memory and perception. Many sleep-deprived subjects were unable to retain information long enough to relate it to the task they were supposed to perform. They were totally befuddled in situations requiring them to hold several factors in mind and act on them, as the pilot must when he skillfully integrates wind direction, airspeed, altitude, and glide path to make a safe landing. A young lady in Los Angeles who listens to my morning radio broadcast told me that she'd been offered a lucrative position in New York City at twice her present salary. She was wondering whether to accept or not and prayed prior to sleep as follows. The creative intelligence of my subconscious mind knows what is best for me. Its tendency is always lifeward, and it reveals to me the right decision, which blesses me and all concerned. I give thanks for the answer, which I know will come to me. She repeated the simple prayer over and over again as a lullaby prior to sleep, and in the morning she had a persistent feeling that she should not accept the offer. She rejected the offer, and subsequent events verified her inward sense of knowing. Because the company went bankrupt in a few months following their offer of employment to her. The conscious mind may be correct on the facts objectively known, but the intuitive faculty of her subconscious mind saw the failure of the concern in question and prompted her accordingly. If you suffer from insomnia or you have difficulty in sleep, just dwell upon these wonderful words from the Psalms. In the 4th Psalm it says, I lay me down in peace to sleep, for thou, Lord, maketh me dwell in safety. And the 127th Psalm says, for so he giveth his beloved in sleep. For he who watches over Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. In the book of Proverbs it says, I lay me down in peace to sleep, for thou, Lord, maketh me dwell in safety. Thy sleep shall be sweet. I will lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, maketh me dwell in safety. Repeat that to yourself frequently, and you'll be amazed what a wonderful sleep you will have. I will lay me down in peace to sleep, for thou, Lord, maketh me dwell in safety. Quietly repeat that to yourself, and you'll be amazed what a wonderful, peaceful sleep you have. And repeat again, for so he giveth his beloved in sleep. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. And Proverbs says, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding, and thy hands to sleep. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumberings upon the bed, he openeth the ears of man, and sealeth their instruction. That's from the book of Job. And the book of Solomon says, by night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loveth. I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and I would not let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house, and into the chamber of her that conceived me. As you sleep, you feel you now are what you long to be. Relax and let go. And what you're seeking is your desire, the ideal, thing closest to your heart. And realize that God gave you that desire. And say, I go off to sleep, and I completely accept it, and I walk in the light that it is so. Accept the reality of your desire as you go to sleep. Assume the feeling of being what you long to be. Assume that you now have what you long to possess. Assume you're now experiencing that which you want to be. And live in that role. Live in that mood. And you go off into the deep of sleep. You're impregnating your subconscious mind. Sleep is a state of oneness. And if you repeat peace to yourself, peace, 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 you'll go off to sleep too. Or you take one word, sleep. Lull yourself to sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Just one word. Silently say it to yourself. You'll go off into the deep of sleep. Remember that the future, the result of your habitual thinking, is already in your mind, except when you change it through prayer. The future of a country is in the collective subconscious of the people of that nation. And realize that marvelous answers sometimes come to you in sleep. You're building a future now by your habitual thinking and your imagery. So every night of your life, when you close your eyes, if you have difficulty, as I said, sleeping, say, I sleep in peace, I wake in joy, I live in God. Or I sleep for 8 hours in peace, I wake in joy, I live in God. Then take one word, peace. Lull yourself to sleep with that one word. Sleep is a state of oneness. Or you can just say to yourself, sleep, sleep, sleep. Some time ago, there was a marvelous answer given to a man while he was 2 minutes asleep, Always go to sleep contemplating the answer or the solution or the way out, or go to sleep contemplating peace. This man was called Ray Hammerstrom, a roller in the steel mills in Pittsburgh, operated by Jones and Laughlin. He received $15,000 for his dream while he was 2 minutes asleep. According to the article, the engineers could not fix a faulty switch in a newly installed bar mill which controlled the delivery of straight bars to the cooling beds. The engineers worked on the switch about 11 or 12 times to no avail. Hammerstrom thought a lot about the problem, tried to figure out a new design which might work. Nothing worked. One afternoon he lay down to sleep, take a nap, and prior to sleep he began to think about the answer to the switch problem. He had a dream. While he was sound asleep, in which a perfect design for the switch was portrayed. When he awoke, he sketched his new design according to the outline of his dream. This visionary catnap won Hammerstrom a check for $15,000, the largest award the firm ever gave an employee for a new idea. So in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, slumberings upon the bed, He openeth the ears of man, and sealeth their instruction. Yes, oft times you're instructed in your sleep. The way out, the solution to your problem. So is the scientist, so is the chemist. You are the master of your thoughts, emotions, and responses to life. When you pray, become a good executive. Learn to delegate and turn over your requests to your subconscious mind with faith and confidence. The deeper mind knows how to solve your problem, present you with the answer. Turn your request over now with faith and confidence, knowing in your heart you will have actually turned over your request to the deeper mind full of wisdom and intelligence. You will receive an answer, for it is written, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. So remember this great prayer. I sleep in peace. I wake in joy. I live in God, now and forevermore.